Hey, what's going on, guys? I have an HKS blow-off valve. I've got an adapter. I've got a 1.5 turbo Honda Civic 10th gen. Let's put it on. What's going on, guys? It's JP from Autosport.com. Thanks for joining us. As you can see, I have a couple little parts in front of me in my hands right now, and this is something that I'm super excited to show you guys and install in the car and just kind of introduce to you. So this is obviously an HKS blow-off valve. This is something that we've all probably seen before or you've heard of. This thing is iconic in the tuning world, in the turbo world. Any turbo car, however many there's been since 1990 something, whatever, there's probably been a kit out for this thing for all the popular cars. So, they obviously make this in universal fashion as well, so you can do something like we're doing today where you can make an adapter or a kit around this valve. This is an iconic valve. It's a a pull style valve. It uses just kind of a different actuation method than the push style valves. A push style valve is kind of more traditional. It uses a spring, needs a little bit of vacuum to operate in between activation, but this is a little bit different. There's a bunch of magic inside of here that happens. I've seen pictures, couldn't explain it in words, but it is definitely different. HKS has actually a really good diagram and description of how the pull style works. Basically, it doesn't need adjustment. It doesn't need a certain type of spring in it. It basically works however your car works, with like how much vacuum it pulls and how much boost it runs. So it's just kind of infinitely adjustable on its own. It just works at any boost level. So it's a pretty cool valve at the end of the day. The sound is very iconic as well. A lot of guys like the sound that it creates. There are some different fins that you can put on here too that you can buy as accessories that replace this little silver fin here too, but they don't come in the kit. You can buy those separate. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling at this point. What the cool part is today for this video is this piece right here. Now, this is made by a company called 3P Performance. These guys are actually down the street from us. They are in town. The owner of 3P is a good friend of mine. He does a lot of these, billet aluminum, machine style accessories, adapters, flanges, stuff like that. I kind of took this project to him. I knew that a lot of people wanted the HKS valve for their Honda Civics, for the 1.5Ts, but this didn't really exist for the Civic yet. So he took this project on, and we have a ton of these in stock now. This is the red one. This basically adapts the HKS to the Civic. So it's very simple, super clean, really pretty simple. So it's gonna come with these two O-rings right here to make sure there's a proper seal. And then aside from this, it's gonna come with the 3 bolts. It's gonna come with a vacuum line because this kind of extends the reach of where the factory vacuum line needs to go. So it does come with a new vacuum line, which is nice. 3 bolts, vacuum line, the 2 O-rings plus the adapter. And then you purchase the HKS valve in addition to that. So we'll have like a kit up on our site. But if you already have an HKS that you've used with another car, or you found one used or whatever, you can just buy this and mate the HKS valve to this. So you're gonna need an O-ring, you're gonna need the clip that attaches the HKS to the adapter. So whatever comes in the kit for this, you're still gonna need all that, but as long as you have that, then you can put it on the car. So we are going to put it on the car. We're gonna show you how to put it on the car because it is kind of tricky. There is only one way that it fits. I've already done this install. You can probably see that there's some marks from the bolts on this thing already. So we've already done the install. I've taken it completely off so that I know exactly how to just show this thing to you, where to orient the valve on the flange. And I'm just gonna try to make it as simple as I possibly can for you to install one on your car. At the end of the day, this is not going to be recirculated. This is gonna be vented completely to the atmosphere. I know a lot of guys have a problem with that. I understand why, it's fine. Listen, your car's not gonna blow up because it runs rich for like a millisecond in between shifts. MAF-based cars have been running open blow-off valves for so long. And is it the right way to do it? No, but I don't really care. It's what a lot of guys wanna do. It makes cool turbo sounds. If you don't want to do it, that's fine too. It's not really that big of a deal. We've been running an atmospheric valve now, or the torque solutions, for a while, and we're fine. I mean, everything's fine with our car. So if you have any questions about it, let us know. You can put them in the comments. You can email us, whatever, call us, and we'll definitely get you taken care of. But here is how to install this basic HKS kit. So let's get going. Really quick, before we start the install, guys, we just wanted to give you an update really quick. We know we've been slacking on the videos lately, but we've been in this huge move over to this new facility, just working on a lot of things. So we promise we are not even close to done with content for the Civic. So make sure you stay tuned. We're gonna keep doing a lot more than now that we're moved into the new facility. Also wanted to let you know that you can find this product on edgeautosport.com, and we are the only sellers of it at this point in time. So find it there. It's the only place. Okay, guys, so you're gonna start by removing this. There's 3 bolts. This is the Torque Solutions adapter plate that we were using before. Obviously, if this isn't on there, then all you have is this. You just take the 3 bolts out of here, pop that thing off. Now, there's a few things in a way. We've already removed, and this will be useful for you. Take this off and kind of push this off to the side. Take your cold pipe off of the turbo inlet right here. Take that off and kind of put it off to the side. And I'll give you another, I'll mention this later too, but in order to get to one of the bolts easier on the HKS flange, it's extremely helpful to take this bolt off and the bolt down here for this bracket for the AC line, so that this thing becomes a lot more flexible. That's going to be super important to be able to just get to a bolt later on. So not hard to do at all, just a few things to just create some clearance for you to work. But just start by taking this off, take the vacuum line off, take the entire vacuum line off, because you're going to replace it completely with the HKS kit. So get this stuff off. That's step 1. All right, so step 2 is get your HKS adapter plate ready for install. So you're going to want to put these 2 O-rings on there. They press in really, really nicely. They won't fall out. They do fit in there nice and tight. So that's super easy, super nice. Open up your HKS valve. If it's brand new, you are going to find, oh, I put it in my hoodie, so here it is. You're gonna find a couple things. These are the 2 main things that you'll use, but you're gonna wanna put this thick O-ring for the bottom of the flange. This is very, very important. Do not skip this step. That seals the blow-off valve. You'll have a huge boost leak if you don't do that. And then you're gonna put the HKS valve on top of there. Take this retaining clip right here and there's like a little ridge here. I'll show you guys. There's like a little tapered ridge on the end. That's gonna go on the top side of the HKS valve. So that's gonna just face up. So make sure this tapered ridge is facing up and put it on the valve first. So we're gonna just slide this over like so and just kind of let it hang out right there. And we're gonna put it right on top of the valve right here. Now this is loose, so you gotta hold them together. Now this is very important. We have 3 bolts here. Like I said earlier, this only goes one way. And because of the clearance of where the valve sits compared to one of the bolt holes, you need to put one of the bolts in before you ever put it on the car. So this is gonna go on assembled. Before you tighten this down, because once this clip is on here securing the valve to the flange, it's very, very difficult to twist it. So we're gonna find the location where it needs to sit, or as close as we possibly can first. Then we'll just twist it to make any fine-tuned adjustments, and then we'll put it on the car all together. So this bolt, if you look at the back side of the flange while you're holding it up like this, so if you're holding it with the back of the flange facing out, or the inside of the flange facing out, you're gonna wanna rotate the valve so that this back, just like the thickest part of the valve is sitting right here at the top of this vent right here. So that is exactly where the bolt needs to go. And as you can see, if you try to put the bolt on, it won't go in, right? So you need to put the bolt in that location first, this direction from the top of the bolt. Okay, so put that bolt on, make sure that O-ring is in there, and then put this, you can basically just, the valve is gonna sit with this thing just directly over that bolt. So if it's a little bit like this, that's wrong. If it's a little bit like this, that's wrong. It's gonna sit directly over that bolt. That is exactly how it fits in the car. So once you have this on, we're gonna set this down. And I can tell you right now, this is probably the most important tool of this entire install, are these snap ring pliers. These are almost 100% necessary. It's really difficult to get this snap ring in here without these. And you'll see why. This thing is actually under quite a bit of tension, and it's just kind of tedious to try to get it in there. So you're gonna take your snap ring pliers, you're gonna squeeze it all the way closed, and on the other side, let me see, let me make sure. Oh, I'm on the bolt here, so you gotta kind of pick this up. So with this squeezed, on the other side, just kind of press it down with your finger back here, And then just kind of get it seated as much as you possibly can to the point where it's not going to pop out. Just kind of let it go like that. It is not in yet. What we're going to do is just take a screwdriver. Okay, we got a screwdriver right here. And you just kind of want to press down. You know, if you don't want to ruin and mar up your metal, you might want to use something else, or maybe put it down over a rag or something. I've kind of marred this one up already, so I don't really care. But stick a screwdriver on here and just kind of press down a little bit on these, on where the tool would normally go. Press those down as much as you can, and then come over to the other side, press that down as much as you can, and just kind of keep pressing down all around until it pops into place. You'll notice the snap ring pop down. It'll make a sound, it'll pop, and these things will spread out inside the groove that's inside that flange. You've got to have that on there, otherwise it's not sealed, and eventually it'll probably rattle loose, and that clip will pop off, and your valve will come off, and it's going to be a bad day. So make sure this thing is fully in there. So I'm going to put this down here and just try to press it in as much as I can. There you go. So that side just clipped down. You can even see how one side right there is kind of pressed down in there, and that side isn't yet. And that's the difference. It needs to be fully seated in that groove. All right, so now that you have the snap ring seated, everything is assembled right here, everything is in place, we're going to put it on the car. You just need to make sure to match up this opening right here with the opening that's on the car. That's on this little inlet pipe right here. So you just need to match it up with this opening right there. So you take the bolt that's already on there, and what's nice is this isn't gonna fall out, so you don't need to worry about it falling out. You just need to match this thing up, make sure your O-rings are on there again, match this thing up with the flange area, and really what worked best for me is just kind of holding the valve with the majority of both my hands, and then just twisting this into the threads on the top. And then from there, you can get the other bolts in and use, some various tools to finish getting that in. So you can see I just barely threaded it in. It's just sitting there. Now we can put the other two bolt holes on. I can tell you the bolt that's furthest, further, on the front of the car is super easy to get in. The one in the back is what you need to move this AC line for. It's very, very difficult to get any sort of tool in there on the head of the bolt if this isn't able to move around the AC line. So make sure that you move the AC line so you can just easily access it. All right, so I'm going to finish putting this in the car. That was really the majority of the install. Really everything else is just buttoning it up. These are 10mm bolts. So you just button that thing up onto the car, put the cold pipe back on, put the AC line back on, make sure this coolant hose is back into its little place, and then we'll be good to go. And I forgot one thing, make sure you put on the vacuum line. The vacuum line kind of snakes forward then back because of the way the HKS valve sits up like this. It has to connect these two little pipes right here, so it kind of has to come up and back around. There's plenty of length on the line to make it not kink. But just make sure you put that on there. You have to have that on there, not an option. You can reuse the clamps that came with the factory hose if you want. It's pretty tight on there. You shouldn't have to use clamps, but you can. But yeah, just button everything back up and you should be good to go. We're gonna finish up the install and then we're gonna take it out for a drive and see how it sounds. So I like it because it is as loud as the Torque Solutions at the very least, which is what I really liked about when we did our blow-off valve comparison of like 5 or 6 different blow-off valves in the past. The Torque Solutions was really the only one that sounded like anything really. There was very, very subtle sounds out of the other ones. So that's what I liked about the Torque Solutions, is you could hear it at least. This one you can definitely hear just as much, and it's got a little bit more of that signature HKS sound. So this is pretty cool. I'm super happy with this. So actually, I kind of I might take back what I said before about being louder than the Torque Solutions. It might even be just a touch quieter, but it doesn't really matter. It definitely, you can definitely hear it. It's very apparent, and to me it sounds good. It's not a really obnoxious, it's not obnoxious at all. It is the typical HKS sound, blow-off valve sound, but it's quick. You know, it doesn't drag on, it doesn't flutter too much. It's pretty nice. I'd say this is a good fit for dang near anybody. It's A-okay, buddy. All right, there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you go visit edgeautosport.com if you want this kit for yourself. We have it up on the site right now. Let us know if you have any questions, post comments below, let us know what you think. And as always, we appreciate you watching the video, and we'll see you next time.